In this video, I'm gonna turn this Sunny into Posey because I like Posey. I'm fairly certain there was only one G5 Posey toy, which is very sad. I put on a base coat of gesso and then another base coat of off-white. It might have been unnecessary to put both of those base coats on, but I just wanted to make sure that the orange wouldn't show through. Then I added this ombre effect at the bottom of her legs. And I apparently recorded quite a bit of this and left it in the video. Probably should have cut some of this out. I also added a bit of the yellow to her face. And I painted her hooves, and I don't think you can see it, but there's glitter on them. And I sketched in her eyes with a pencil, which wasn't in frame at all. I didn't have watercolor pencils, which probably would have been better than just the mechanical pencil. I don't think it mattered that much, because I just kind of painted over all of it. And the pencil didn't smudge or anything, so that's pretty good. Once again, I need to learn how to center things in the frame. I spent a lot of time doing this shading on the eyes, because I kept trying to blend it and then not liking how it looks. And eventually I just moved on to doing the lashes. And they turned out better than I thought they would, because I have a very unsteady hand. And before I finish the rest of the painting, here's a cat break. Hi. Very cool and very important to this video. And I painted in the pupils and some highlights while I wasn't recording. I forgot to turn on the camera during that part. And then I used a paint pen to color in her eyebrows. I thought about using paint pens on the rest of her face, but I feel like the areas were too big and the paint would have cracked. I've noticed that happens with these paint pens, and I don't know if that's normal or just this specific brand. And then I drew on her cutie mark, which I made too small, but I didn't want to go back and fix it because I'm lazy. And then I ended up just using a pen to draw on the stems because I made the cutie mark too small and I wouldn't be able to do it with a paintbrush. And I also added various dots around it because why not? And I started working on her hair, which I crimped because I like it when the wig hair is more fluffy. Then I glued some of the hair around this little wooden stick. It just makes it easier for me to put the tail in. And then I glued her mane on, which looks like a mess, but I'll fix it. I tried using my steamer on her bangs, but it didn't really do much. Then I started working on her bows and her necklace. And I had to figure out which one of these charms to use, and I decided to use the flower. It was the closest in shape and color to her necklace that I had, and I painted the chain green. I don't think it's really that visible, but I used yellow fabric paint on the bows to try to lighten the color. And now she's done, and you get to look at everyone's favorite My Little Pony character, Posey! And that's a true fact.